Hello, everybody, and welcome to Actually It's Amira. I am so happy to have you all back, where I am going to be breaking news, media, hot topics, you name it. I'm going to talk about it. And my focus over the last 2 weeks has been the explosive developments in the Black China, Rob Kardashian, Kim Kardashian, Kris Jenner, Kylie Jenner case. This explosive case is like it's taking turn after turn. One minute I'm like, China, you've got it. The next minute I'm like, Linciani, pull through. And then today, news breaks via Radar Online. Bombshell testimony that is a game changer, you guys. Explosive testimony that is going to rock the core of this case. If you haven't been following the case, let me bring you up to speed in 30 seconds. Blac Chyna is suing the Kardashians because they conspired to sabotage her ability to continue on with the Rob and Chyna show. Rob and Chyna had opened up to more than 2.7 million unique views for their hit TV show, Rob and Chyna. They had the #1 trending spot for Sunday television in the age group of 18 to 24, on top of NFL football. It was a hit show by all accounts of hit shows. They had something special, something magical, and Blac Chyna was on her way to doing the one thing, and I quote, Rob Kardashian has accused Kylie of never being able to have, which is carrying on that Kardashian name. Angela nearly pulled it off in full kumbaya and creme de la creme, and I am here for it. And in an attempt to sabotage Blac Chyna, because that is what they do. In an attempt to sabotage Blac Chyna, they conspired, and I believe, in my opinion, this conspiracy started with Kylie Jenner getting together with Khloe Kardashian to conspire to have their show taken off of the news network. Now, if you're not aware, Kylie has her own issues with Blac Chyna, stemming from her obsession and infatuation with Tyga, who, by all accounts, if he did deal with her as a minor, is a predator, which is odd and strange, but nonetheless true. And she conspired to not only steal Blac Chyna's look, but to steal her man and then to steal her ability to make a financial future for her baby girl dream. Khloe and Kylie got together and sent demanding emails to the E! Network regarding the cancellation of that show. They proclaimed from the depths of their soul, Khloe most notably proclaimed from the depths of her soul to E! That if you renew Rob and Chyna, me and my sisters will band together and refuse to film for your show. We will not do Keeping Up with the Kardashians. We will walk. And you know what the old saying goes? Money talks, bullshit walks. And they said, where we will walk. We will walk if you do not cancel this show. So as a result, the show, Rob and Chyna, was terminated and replaced with a very subpar series called Life with Kylie. Very, very subpar. Rob and Chyna did 2.7 million views a show. Life of Kylie returned only 560 some odd thousand. It is like cutting off your nose to spite your face, but they would cut off anything, as you know, including their nose, literally. That's kind of funny. But they actually have cut off their noses for their face. But that's neither here nor there. That's not the topic of this conversation. Well, Ryan Seacrest has dropped some bombshell testimony that I want to bring to you all today. Bombshell. When asked as to whether or not, now we all know who Ryan Seacrest is. Ryan Seacrest is the #2 man over there at Bravo, NBC. Ryan Seacrest has the juice. He is what I would call the change maker, the money shaker, the recommender, right? He did American Idol. He's a legend over at E! He's a legend. Ryan Seacrest is a legend. You think of E!, you think of the Kardashians, you think of Ryan Seacrest, you think of Juliana Rancic, and that's pretty much it. That's E! Network. So when Ryan Seacrest was asked as to whether or not he thought that show should be renewed, could be renewed, would be renewed, did you know what Ryan Seacrest said under court order? Ryan Seacrest says, I am sure I would have wanted it to go forward. And I'm quoting here. I am sure I would have wanted it to go forward. I think, I wish for its success for everybody. But I can't remember exactly what my opinion was back then. And that is what's called Kris Jenner is my friend and all, but I ain't gonna perjure myself for her bullshit. I got an empire to protect. So I'm gonna keep it real cute, but I'm gonna keep it real honest. So he's basically saying, listen, I don't know exactly what I said, but I'm sure the gist of what I said was don't cancel that show. It's making money and we don't need to be doing nothing wrong to them people. He said, and the key part of what he said was, I wish for success for everybody. Meaning he wanted China to be successful. I wanted her to be successful. The question then becomes, Ryan, did the Jenners and Kardashian-esques want her to be successful as well? Were they on board with your proclamation for success for Black China? Or did those sisters equally strong arm you into voting to cancel the show? He goes on to say that he does not have the final say so, as you know, with any production company, and when anything about a show going forward is discussed, everybody gets a vote. There's a vote. That's why shows have multiple executive producers, because they need a vote. And then once the vote goes up, it goes to the committee for presentation. Hey, we got all the initial buy-in. Will y'all give the money to support this show from like the main decision makers? They had the buy-in, but the Kardashians said, we got a lot of votes here, Ryan. You got Khloe's vote, you got Kim's vote, you got Kris's vote. They have 3 votes just between Khloe, Kris, and Kim. Now, Kourtney ain't named in this case. Kourtney ain't named in this case. Neither is Kendall, which leads me to believe they probably said to their mother, I'm not getting involved. I don't want nothing to do with it. Y'all want to co-conspire to steal that girl's show? Leave me out of it. Because when the smoke hits the fan, they ain't gonna call on Kourtney. Kourtney be laying low. Kourtney be like, I'm gonna sit back and enjoy the show, and y'all could go ahead and be reckless, because the obsession with your own power is gonna be what's gonna take y'all down. And I got what Kourtney got 3 kids now. I got 3 kids to take care of. I'm not getting involved with the shenanigans y'all are up to. He literally says in his testimony that he wanted that show to get another season. And that is honestly the smoking gun. Because if Ryan Seacrest, who I believe is the most connected to what's going on the ground next to Kris Jenner, if he did not, you would remember, like, you know how I talked about events, you guys? Like, there's an event that happens when there's a traumatic situation that occurs in your life, whether it's to do with you or it's to do with a complete stranger on the street. When a traumatic event happens, you have what's called an event. And that event is a moment that happens in which your brain says, document this for future reference. Your brain literally takes account of what happened, puts it in a file cabinet, so that when you need to recall that memory, your brain goes, we need to recall something about what happened a year ago. You reach back into the file cabinet and you recall the memory. If Kris Jenner is making her whole case against Blac Chyna that she was so violent, she was so destructive, she was so angry, she was so this and so that, if that was the crux of her case, then please explain to me why that was not an event for Ryan Seacrest. Why did Ryan Seacrest not remember? Why did he not say, while I would have wished the show went on, what happened, what I recall happening back in the day with China, what I recall them smacking each other, what I recall the level of violence and awkwardness that was going on, when I recall those memories, it is not something I intrinsically could have supported in any capacity. Because you would never forget the time when your number one show, because remember, they were number one. Rob & Chyna was number one over the Kardashians at that time. You will remember, Ryan Seacrest, the reason why you canceled your number one show. You don't just rip a check up and not remember why you tore it up. Usually you only tear checks up for a few reasons. It's made out to the wrong person, it expired, or it was a counterfeit check. The check was made out to the right people, was made out to Rob & Chyna. They was returning ducats, clicks on clicks, hits on hits. It wasn't expired. People were actively tuned in. I watched Rob & China, and I was waiting for the mess. I couldn't wait for season 2 so I could see if they going to get walked down the aisle. I was rooting for China to become a Kardashian. I said, oh, yes, girl. Snatch up that Kardashian name. Rob & China this. Go ahead. Go for it, girl. Get your happily ever after. I was here for it with the drama and all, because I figured the drama was just a part for the course. It was just a part of TV, a part of entertainment, because that's exactly what I think of when I watch the Kardashians. Their drama is par for the course and it's part of entertainment. So Ryan Seacrest, you think he didn't know, because you know Ryan Seacrest and Kris Jenner, they thicker than thieves. They thicker than thieves. But you know, if you ever seen the movie Den of Thieves, when they did that diamond heist, when they broke into the Fed and stole that money in Den of Thieves, what was the basic principle of that show at the very last scene? The very last scene of that show, Ice Cube's son looks up at the wall and there's a quote, and that quote says, "Loose lips sinks ships." Ryan Seacrest, your loose lips, baby. Your loose lips done sink that ship. Titanic going down, you done crash into an iceberg. Ryan Seacrest has literally handed Linciani a win on a silver platter. And if she does not pounce on this win, then I will be convinced that Linciani has taken some sort of payoff, some sort of bribe, and some sort of inappropriate back-end deal in order to throw this trial for Blac Chyna. No matter what happens in this case, Linciani will walk away a hero. She will walk away as the woman who had the courage to take on David and Goliath. She will be the David who had the courage to take on the major giant that is the Kardashians. They are a powerhouse. They are a force to be reckoned with. I believe that the Kardashians, in my opinion, single-handedly as a conglomerate, have enough power, fame, and influence to ruin someone's life substantially. Plant stories, smear campaigns, destroy you, everything. I believe that they are a force to be reckoned with. They are a force to be reckoned with, in my opinion. So Linciani, who has the courage to take on this one-woman show, because this is the Linciani show. If Linciani has the courage to take on the Kardashians in this one-woman show, no matter what happens with Blac Chyna, Linciani will walk away a hero. She will walk away as the woman who stood tall in the face of adversity, the woman who did her best, the woman who stood for what's right, the woman who made a stand when no one would make a stand beside her. She will walk away a hero. But what will happen to Blac Chyna, Linciani, if you fumble this case? Blac Chyna will be forgotten. She will have her moment of glory of she took on the Kardashians, but within 2 weeks, there will be a better story that outshines the turmoil, the triumph, the pain, and the sorrow that this woman faced. She will be forgotten. Her memory, not her memory literally, but what she did will be forgotten. But Linciani will always have this on her record as one of the biggest cases that she fought in her career. So Linciani, I implore you to get a lot more aggressive in this case and in your defense of Blac Chyna and your cross-examination of these key witnesses. I implore you to focus on the things that are working in your favor. And Ryan Seacrest admitting that he wanted that show to go on is a smoking gun. Him saying he can't remember his opinion at the time is irrelevant, because if the situation was so hostile and egregious, there is no way Ryan Seacrest wouldn't remember his opinion at that time. There is no way. And now, while I understand why Ryan Seacrest kept it loosey-goosey, because those his peoples, he got a long history with them Kardashians. They made that man a lot of money, okay? They made him a lot of money. He is literally saying, the money that I made with the Kardashians is not enough money to make me perjure myself and further do something to somebody who I know did not deserve it. Now, he cannot say that because he got some allegiance in his blood. But he slick, low-key saying, in my opinion, I wanted Chyna to win. I was not standing for the demise of a Black woman who posed no credible threat to this conglomerate that is the Kardashians. The most threat that girl posed, Blac Chyna posed, they already sabotaged when they ended the engagement. They sabotage. She's not going to become a Kardashian. But for them to go and trademark her daughter's name and her daughter's likeness and prohibit Chyna from being able to build a future for her own flesh and blood, which I don't care how you cut it. Dream Kardashian is 50% Kardashian. 50% that girl is their own flesh and blood. And it looks like they don't care about that. They care about making an example out of her mother. And the example they want to make out of her is that if you come for us, we will humiliate you and get away with it. Hence the smear campaign. We will dehumanize you and get away with it. Rob Kardashian's revenge porn, followed by Michael Rhodes stepping into court, showing Blac Chyna her nudes on the stand in order to derail and psychologically destroy her. Psychologically break her. We will dehumanize you and get away with it. We will steal your daughter's name. We will take from you the only thing that you have legally owned. You birthed this girl. You carry Dream in your body for 9 months. You push that girl out bone by bone, skin by skin, limb by limb. And even that we will steal from you. We will steal that too. It is blasphemous. It is blasphemous that this is even being allowed to go on. It is blasphemous. Absolute blasphemous. And on a very fundamental level, they absolutely trying to Kanye her, push you right to the edge. And on a very fundamental level, it is inhumane what they have done to that girl. I don't care about Chyna's faults. Chyna could have a nasty mouth. Chyna could be disrespectful. Chyna could have a sketchy past in the strip club. All of those things are irrelevant when it comes to her ability to be successful. You cannot judge someone by their past, because if we judge Kim by her past, she would not be where she was today. Kim Kardashian has a sex tape. Kim Kardashian is a thief. Kim Kardashian committed a felony and got away with it. It is the privilege that has purported these girls to the place that they are today. The privilege, the access, and the lean that they have done on the backs of those who've worked harder and worked harder for longer. Now, I'm not saying these girls haven't worked hard since they've achieved success, because they have. That's not what I'm saying. I'm talking about how it started. I'm talking about the beginning. The beginning when Kim Kardashian desired to be Paris Hilton so bad that she orchestrated a life that almost walked in the shadow of this mogul that was Paris Hilton. Concept by concept, egregious behavior by egregious behavior. She cornered Ray J. I think she was absolutely a willing participant in the tape. She was a willing participant in it being leaked. She knew exactly what it would do for her career. And then when she got what she wanted from it, she dropped Ray J like a bad habit and moved on to the next man smoking. And that woman, Kim, has had a history of moving on to the next thing smoking. She's an opportunist, in my opinion. It comes across that way. It comes across. Your career was coming to a screeching halt after you were cited for fraud by Chris Humphries, said that you were a fraudster. Your own husband of 72 days said that you were a fraudster. He sued you in open court for fraud. And the moment you saw your career about to tumble down the weeds, you decided that you needed a plan B, and you hitched your wagon on the back of Kanye West. It is not lost on me, the clip I watched of Kim and Kanye. You can Google this on me. You can YouTube this. Kim and Kanye are talking. Kanye happens to run into her at some kind of event. He walks up to her and says, "Yeah, Kim, your birthday coming." This is before they was married, before they started dating. Kim goes, "Yeah, my birthday is coming." Kanye goes, "I heard you were having a party." Kim goes, "Yeah, I am. You want to come, I bet, don't you?" Yeah, she goes, "Yeah, I am. You want to come, don't you?" He goes, "Yeah, I do." She was like, "I bet you do." Like, she has been toying with this man's emotions since the moment she met him. She never wanted to be with him. She strung him along for years. And in an attempt to save herself from Chris Humphries, she want to talk about, I'm in love with Kanye. I had a moment of Jesus. I realized my best friend, the guy of my dreams, has been here all along. I overlooked him for so many years, but all of a sudden I'm woke, and I know that he's the one. That's literally what she said. That is almost a paraphrasing quote. I remember watching the episode and sitting there, even in my young tender mind, sitting there and being like, this girl is about to play this boy. It's the player for me. It's the games for me. Now all of a sudden you want to be with him because your star on the fall and his star on the rise. And Kanye talked about it in that song. I went over that song that Kanye did, Rock and Roll with Pusha T. Please go watch that live if you want me to give an in-depth breakdown of how Kim messed Kanye up emotionally. And he talks about it in that song. You didn't want me. You didn't want me until I became somebody. And you got to be very careful of people who only want to see you after other people recognize your worth. Like, you was there the whole time. The whole time you been your degular self. And in the moment you become an influencer, the moment you get a little bit of notoriety, the moment you get a little bit of popularity, now all of a sudden they want to be in a club like, yo, I went to school with her. Yo, I used to kick it with him. Yo, we used to be homeboys. Yeah, everybody want to jump on the bandwagon of fame. No, was you with me shooting in the gym? You wasn't with me shooting in the gym. Negative. Hey, Crystal. Negative. Hey, Denise. Negative. Okay. I am not with any of the nonsense that these Kardashians are selling in the court of law. I'm not with it. And I need Linciani. I need her so badly to get a lot more assertive in her persecution of these witnesses on the stand. I need her to make sure she is adequately prepared when Ryan Seacrest walked through, because these Kardashians are shaking in their boots. They shaking in their boots because they know Ryan Seacrest ain't with the shits. Ryan Seacrest like, listen, Chris, I messed with you the long way, but I'm not perjuring myself for you. I'm not doing it. And I'm not about to take everything from a girl who really just didn't deserve it. She don't deserve it. Let's call a thing a thing. She didn't deserve that. You taking that girl daughter name. You taking her name. Dream Kardashian can't build anything. She can't build an empire for herself. She can't leverage the Kardashian name without a kickback to her aunties and uncles, her grandmother. She can't do nothing without giving a kickback. She got to license her own name. Imagine a world where you as an adult or as a child has to go to your grandmother to license the use of your own name. Like, hey, grandma, I would like to write a book. Can I borrow my name? Like, can I borrow my name? Like, are we good? You gonna sue me? You gonna sue me? Like, I don't know. I'm not even sure I can fill out this SAT because I don't even own this name. Like, they done locked up every product from here to Sunday. They done locked up every product from here to Sunday. So can Dream even fill out the SAT? Can Dream take the ACT? Is she legally allowed to write her name on anything? It's sketch. It's real sketch. And I don't care. I don't care. I think that they need to the reckoning. The reckoning needs to begin with Blac Chyna winning this suit, followed by her going to the trademark court, getting a trademark attorney, and petitioning the court. Because if that is not theft of services, I don't know what is. That is a crime of epic proportion. I'm not a lawyer, but it just don't feel right to me. And I don't know what her recourse is, but it is very difficult to get a trademark back. It's very difficult. Like, whoever gets there first got there. They got there. It's people who will trademark something the minute you speak on it, and then they make you buy it from them. It's an entire business of people trademarking, getting your website name and all of that, and making you buy your own product back from them. It's plenty of people doing that. It's a multi-million-dollar industry. And they wanted to break that girl back. They wanted to break Blac Chyna's back. And I know that I can only imagine the emotional devastation she will go through as if she loses this trial. This is bigger than money to me. This is bigger than money. To me, this is about right and wrong. This is about justice. This is about standing up for yourself. This is about sending a message to the media and to the Kardashians and to conglomerates that just because I look weak doesn't mean I am weak. Just because I did not fight then doesn't mean I won't fight now. It's a message that needs to be sent. A message to attorneys to say it's okay to stand for what's right. It's okay to challenge the devil. It's okay to challenge the devil. It's okay. You can fight. You can fight. So I'm imploring Linciani. Yeah, they trademarked Dream's name, kind to me. They went down to the trademark office. They trademarked her name, and they trademarked it and the use of it across like over 100 some odd products or something like that. Like an absurd. Like she can't do toys. She can't do pillows. She can't do clothes. She can't do coloring books. She can't do TV. Like she literally can't do nothing. Like the girl can't use her own name to do anything. She can't write a book. She cannot do anything without licensing her own name from her family. Like she would have to literally get an attorney, get an agreement, and then pay the Kardashians, her grandmother, or whoever licensed her name. I'm thinking it was Chris. I'm sure it was probably Chris. Whoever licensed her name, she would have to get an agreement and then pay them a royalty. If she licensed her name, she would have to pay them a royalty to use her own name. Like I'm gonna write a book called Dream Kardashian Takes Over the World, and my book deal was $1 million, but I gotta pay a royalty to my grandmother of 250,000 because I'm using my name to write this book. Like they literally, it honestly, the confidence you have to trademark somebody's name is really just next level. You got to just be operating at a whole different level of confidence to have the audacity to do that. And I know it's a lot of people to say, oh no, they only did it because they didn't want other people to trademark Dream's name before China had a chance to bullshit. Because they could have filled out that trademark agreement and made Angela Kardashian or Angela White sign her name on the paperwork as the owner of the trademark. They could have did the same exact course of action. They could have got a trademark lawyer. They could have licensed to figured out the products, put the agreement together, did everything, and they could have went to Blac Chyna and said, look, listen. I know you don't know too much about nothing, but we done got the paperwork in order for you to trademark Dream's name, and go ahead on and sign here as the owner of the trademark because this is your child. We ain't putting no work on this. Kris Jenner ain't putting no work in the creation of Dream Kardashian. No work. She ain't putting no work. It was Rob Kardashian who put in that work. It was him. So, and I don't even think he on the trademark. That's why I told y'all in my last live, Kris, you got to pay attention to the signs that people be showing you. Kris Jenner show everybody up front that she will betray you to the depths of hell over money. She'll turn on her own kids. She has willingly, and I'm not making this up, so I don't even know if I need to say allegedly, because we got Kris Jenner on record on multiple episodes of the show saying that my favorite child is the one who makes me the most money. And that her kids willingly on film saying, yeah, mommy will ignore me if I don't have anything going on. If I'm not making money, I don't matter to my mom. She is motivated by the almighty dollar. And she will literally burn you to the ground over some money. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. If Kris dies and Kris owns it, can she transfer? You can put it in the trust. You can put a trademark in it. You can put anything in a trust. I'm sure Kris Jenner has a living will. A living will to say, like, if I pass or if anything happens, I come incapacitated, I give this person the right to take over. And I would venture to guess that it's Kim, that she put Kim in charge. I would venture to guess. Kim seems to be the one with the most connections and, operate at that level of aggression that her mom does. Khloe gives me more so, she let her emotions take her over and doesn't think rationally. Kim gives me more, I'm a killer. Not physical, shoot, pow, pow, but a killer mindset. Like, Kim's the killer. She the one you will never see coming. See, Kim's sneaky. I told you guys, it's always a sneaky one. And another one you'll never see coming is Kourtney. Courtney, everybody think Courtney. Well, I like Courtney. She the only one I really mess with like that. So I'm not trying to come for you, Courtney, because I don't got no problems with you, sis. But Courtney, the one that'll let you think you winning all along, but in the background, she been saving for a long time for that rainy day. Cause the way she karate kicked Kim, she said, "I'm with the smoke. You may think I'm little and I'm passive, but I will kick you." Like Kim, Courtney, the one that'll be like flim flam bam bam, like. I don't want no problems, but don't bring me no problems. So I like Courtney. I don't got no issues with Courtney. Um, Kim inherited her mom's behavior. I want to know, why do you think they don't want Rob Kardashian Jr. to succeed? I really, I spent like a few hours toggling over this in my mind because I wanted to get to the bottom of it. What is it about Rob Kardashian Jr. that they despise so much? They never really rooted for him. They never helped him start a business. They never like put him in brand deals. They never made him a man. They never really gave him a style to run with. They gave one to Kendall. They gave one to Kylie. They gave one to Scott, who ain't even a flesh and blood. Like they gave everybody something to run with, and they never really invested in Rob. It's almost like they made him the sacrificial lamb. Like every powerhouse needs somebody to beat up on, and he just the one, he drew the short straw. That's almost how it comes across to me. Like it comes across to me like he the sacrificial lamb. Like we had to give, we needed you in order to like pour all the energy into the females. I don't know, something about it just never set right with me. I'm like, it's more to the story there. It's more to the story there. And I would really love if somebody did like an expose on getting to the bottom and the root cause of their issues with Rob Kardashian Jr. And I don't know if the fact that Rob is the true heir, that is a fact. He's the only male carrying the Kardashian name, spawning seed. Honestly, he really is. That might be it. It might be like after all of this we done did, we can't even carry on our own name. And they don't want, but it's almost like wouldn't you want to prop your brother up since he does carry on the family name? Wouldn't you want him to marry another Armenian girl, even if it's not Black China? Maybe you want him to marry an authentic Armenian and make some Armenian babies and carry on the pure Kardashian name and Armenian heritage. It's almost like they are Armenian and they acknowledge their Armenian heritage, but yet and still their actions and behavior suggest that they want to get as far away from their legacy as possible. If you really think about it, Courtney, Armenian, made babies with white Scott Disick. Kim, Armenian, made babies with Black Kanye West. Chloe, allegedly Armenian, wink, wink, it's inconclusive. But if we go by what they said, Chloe, Armenian, made babies by Black Tristan Thompson. And Rob, Armenian, made babies by Black China. I don't get it. If you so Armenian and you're so about this Kardashian name, why not carry it on? Why not continue on the Armenian blood? It's something real shaky about it. I don't know. I can't quite put my finger on it, but it's real shaky. It was real shaky. They only supported him when he was dating Adrienne Bailon. Yeah, because Adrienne Bailon was a cheater girl back then. She was popping. Adrienne Bailon was like, what she in 3LW? Adrienne Kardashian, she had a little career back then. You will or you won't no more. 3LW was lit for that. And then she was a cheater girl. She was on Disney. She had connections. Yeah. They always was looking for the come up in the flim flam. But you see, Adrienne Bailon got the hell on. She realized, I pass. I got bigger plans. I'm out ski. She got the hell on. Rob is under a spell. Kris took Rob's destiny for herself. Ooh. I think Kris is bitter towards her husband, and Rob Jr. reminds Kris of her abusive husband. Where do you think Rob got violence? Oh man, that was deep, Aja. That was deep. It's not uncommon to believe that Rob could be under a spell. Listen, I don't mean to be a conspiracy theorist, but like, is it really it's not, to me, I feel like anything is possible. Like anything is possible if you believe in it. You can manifest anything. The same way you can manifest healing, you can manifest glory in your life, you can manifest money. The same way manifestation works, the secret, which everybody, a lot of people believe in. A lot of people believe in God, which is another form of manifestation and faith. If you can believe in all of that, is it lost on me that you can use evil in order to push an agenda? No, you can't. You can't. There's people doing love spells on people all the time. There's people who will emulate your likeness in order to harness your energy. It's called like energy vultures, and they emulate you. That's why I think Beyonce was always looking at Kim like, get this woman away from me. Like Beyonce ain't want no parts. She was like, oh, heebie-jeebies, because she probably was like, you're not about to energy vulture me. Look what happened to Kanye. I'm telling you, I always point back to that. If you guys got some time today, you can do a simple search on YouTube and look at old Kanye interviews from like 2007, 2008, 2009, 10, 11, before he got with Kim. Just look at some of his old interviews. Wasn't nothing wrong with Kanye. Kanye used to have a conscious conversation that had a beginning, a middle, and an end. Kanye, a beginning, a middle, and end. You could follow the whole interview. It made perfect and complete sense. Now all of a sudden Kanye get with Kim and he jumping all over the place. 1 minute he talking about he Warhol, the next minute his clothing line, the next minute the community he building, the next minute his the art. You know what I'm saying? This that he all like. It's because she had. That's why I think Kanye started covering up his face with masks and stuff like that, because he realized that they lock you in through the eyes. They probably start doing like the twitching and clicking, and next thing you know, you sucked in, and you like, oh, I don't know who I am anymore. I don't know. I don't have no proof. So that's real speculative. But something about how Kanye just shape shifted after he got with Kim and started acting real funny, it was giving me Get Out vibes. It was giving me like, yo, you good, son? Like, we need to come get you. You all right? Like, and that's probably why he's so scared for North. He probably like, North is the goal. North is me. Like even Kim, when she talks about North, she talks about how North is exactly like Kanye, how North is a genius, how North has like this special personality. Like she uplifts North as being like very like her father and very like a prodigy almost. And I love that for North. But I think that's why Kanye is so nervous, because he's like, yo, what are you going to turn my daughter into? Like, what are you about to do here? Like, I need you to back up and back. Like, I need you to back up off of her, and I need to come save her, because I'm not about to let you sell my daughter for profit as a product. And they're not above it. They'll turn you into a product in a second. Imagine turning your own child into a product and don't give them a chance to just be a kid. You know, you got them so consumed in like things that are just not childlike. You know, like let her be a kid. Let her be a kid. Let her be a kid. She shouldn't be working at the tender age of 6 or 7 or 8 or 9. Like, let her be a kid. Let her live her life. But man, that's just my opinion on it. But anywho, as I was saying, I think Ryan Seacrest is handing Linciani a win on a silver platter, and I need Linciani to play her cards like a G, man. I need her to really pull it together and get some assertive action going, and really make these people stand on their truth. You know, let her make her own choice. Absolutely. Kim is like Chris. We were talking about that earlier, girl. When Rob was getting help with China, Chris created a spell for Rob to lose control and get violent to people. Wow, helping him build his future. Jezebel spirit. Jesus Christ, Agent. You know a lot more about this than me. Lord. Man, you got to lay low on folk. You got to lay low on folk. You got to be careful who you trust. Don't you know the devil's greatest weapon was the master of deception? And the one thing that the devil uses to disarm you is vanity. Did y'all ever see the movie The Devil's Advocate? I talked about this in one of my other lives, but that's like a movie I watch. I watch The Devil's Advocate probably like once a year, because I feel like if you really pay attention to the movie and you really like look at it, not just for like the top line theme, but like really pay attention to the movie. The movie is about how the truth can be right in your face and you can ignore it. How the enemy can be in your own home and you cannot see it. How Do you know it's such a powerful movie about how you can become so obsessed with your own success and your own vanity that you can miss all the signs in front of you, and that even the devil will send you a warning. Even the devil, because when Al Pacino gets on that on walking is walking down the street with Keanu Reeves, and he says to Keanu Reeves, "Take care of your wife. We're not going anywhere. Take care of your wife. She needs you. She's not well. She's sick. Take care of your wife. Take care of what matters. Pay attention to what's in front of you." What did Keanu Reeves say? "I need to win this case, and then I'll devote my energy to her." He needed to feed his own ego first. And the devil, Al Pacino, said that's my favorite sin, vanity. Because once you make somebody have to face their ego, they'll destroy everything around them for the sake of their own ego. So it's like, well, wait a second, Chris. You will destroy everything around you to keep this empire going that you believe you've built. You know, it'll be right in front of you, and you'll destroy everybody. Everybody. And sometimes you got to be careful who you trust. You know, I said that about in my last live about Black China. You know, she disarmed herself in the face of the enemy, because these people been your enemy from day one. The moment Kim sent you that text and told you she couldn't be your friend no more because your predator fiance was going after her baby sister should have been your moment to say, oh hell no, they operating at a different level of ethics. That should have been your moment. Now, I don't have all the details. I don't. And Tyga and Kylie will both stand by the fact that they didn't start dating to Kylie's 18th birthday. They will ride that horse until it fall off. And honestly, nobody may ever know the truth except for China, who probably got some old text messages. I hope she ain't break them phones or smack them with a bat. Maybe China got some old text messages and some old evidence that she could drum up from Tyga messing around with Kylie when she was a minor. But if that's the truth, China, and you say it is, that should have been your moment to yourself to say, these people are unscrupulous, because I have an adult woman texting another adult woman about a relationship between a minor and a predator, telling me that she can't be my friend no more because she has to back this predatory relationship. Now, if those are facts and that's what really happened, China girl, you should have known who you was dealing with. You should have never let your guard down. You should have played it so cool on Rob. You should have gone ahead and married the guy. Period. I don't care. You should have married him because you needed to be a step ahead. You needed leverage. You needed leverage. You needed to be able to say, I am Angela Kardashian. You needed to be able to walk into the court and say, I'm Angela Kardashian. And that's on, I don't never got to change my name because I'm legally Angela Kardashian. No matter what happens, no matter how this cookie crumble, we could get divorced, I could still keep my name, Angela Kardashian, because we were once married. She should have secured that. And she should have kept her eye on the crazy. She should have been like, look, Rob, you need to chill. We need to chill. Your family wilding. We need to chill. But they didn't. They made sure to break up that relationship. That suggestive manipulation and all of that, the art of suggestion, man, that's the devil's next weapon. They're suggestive to you. A little inkling, a little nudge. They'll nudge you real quick. And next thing you know, you making decisions that don't even make sense to you. So it's a whole ghetto mess. I hope Linciani's on top of it, though. She was supposed to stay in it for the long game, but Rob was acting a fool because, like Aja said, they put a curse on. Yeah, I'm sure he was. He was insanely jealous and going through her phone and locking himself in closets and breaking down doors. I mean, he according to China, he was wilding. And she probably was like, this ain't even worth it no more. Like, he crazy. I don't know what he up to. And nobody no need to get harmed in the making of no future. But the way they stole that baby girl name, I don't know. I know China got to be seething. I know she's seething because that'd be the one thing that'd make me be like, oh my God, like, yo, you gonna feel me for that. You ain't gonna have no more peaceful days. You'll have to feel me. We're gonna be in court forever. I'm gonna be fighting for my daughter's name. Imagine having to go to court to fight for your own daughter's name. It's crazy. Yeah, they planted lies and mistrust. Yeah, they started from the very beginning. from the very beginning. But why would you trust somebody who would leave their fiance for an underage child who is your sister? Like, if Tiger came to me and was like, "Hey, break up with China because she's violent," if I'm Rob, simple math, simple math. I'm gonna check out a few things. One, you're dating my baby sister, so you have bias. Number two, you dated her and made a baby with her, so she must have been doing something right at some point. Three, you proposed to her, so she must have been doing something right at some point. And four, you're trying to tell me to get away from her because you want to keep my baby sister all to yourself with the least amount of tension. You don't got my best interest at heart, and that's simple math. I would have been like, oh no, we got to get away from them. Thank you so much, Denise. Um, Witches focus on wealth to steal from a man with riches. I'm telling you what happened. Chris was young and innocent, marries a Kardashian lawyer who probably was abusive. I don't know. I don't know. I didn't read her book. If she talked about abuse, I don't know if he was putting his hands on her. I can't speak to that because I don't know nothing about it. But if that's the case, I do believe that. I believe in spell work. I do. I believe in all of that. I think people do spell work on people. Now, whether they doing it, I don't know, but I'm not above believing that. China got this. She secured this baby 18 years. Kanye said it back. Yeah, but she ain't really getting no child support like that, keeping up with Queen Tesla, because they got alternating weeks. He got her a week, she got her a week. Like, they got I don't know, man. I don't think she getting anything like that. I think things are looking real litigious. I mean, for real. Like, it's looking like they got their lawyers on top of that. They not giving up nothing. They got her locked up. They ain't letting her out. This is her chance. This is her chance at retribution. And that's why I'm like advocating so hard for her and hoping that Linciani is really doing her due diligence and didn't take no back end deal to play games. Because you know what I mean? Like, I don't want to believe it because you follow a code of ethics. You know, as a lawyer, you have an ethical agreement. You put your livelihood and your reputation on the line. So I don't want to believe that Linciani would be doing anything improprietous, right? Because that would be a wow accusation. But when you have the pressure of a family who is a powerhouse and a conglomerate who has access to lawyers and CPAs and events, and they can push you out. They can ruin your career. They can plant stories about you. They can dig up every little thing Linciani has ever done in her life and make her a spectacle of the media. I mean, they have the power to do it if they really wanted to. And that has to be intimidating for anybody, not just a lawyer. Like, damn, like, I'm going to take on this case and I'm going to go against them. And you know what? Maybe I won't be invited to that fundraising dinner. Maybe no one will play golf with me anymore. Maybe I won't be able to secure that next big case. Maybe, my competition just got a lot more steep as a result of this case. You got to think about that too. She's a human too. She got a family and a life too. Now, she'll catch a nice check if she win this case. The check will be nice. The check will be nice because I'm sure she getting 35-40% up top. But she got to act like she wanted. And I don't think she really giving what it's supposed to give right now. Like, she not doing what I would expect. China is trending interviews moves after her win. China is not getting child support because of the legal language they use in the document. Yeah, I don't think she's getting child support like that either. Kim got married to a Purdue. Kim was always looking to get put on. She was obsessed with becoming famous. If you ever watch any old documentaries about Kim Kardashian when she was a little girl, she said she always knew she would be famous. She was always willing to do whatever it took to be famous. That is an absolute fact. Like, absolute fact. She talks about how she would get dressed up and go to Rodeo Drive in Beverly Hills just to have her photo taken, and she would put herself in position. And listen, I admire the hustle. I'm not hating on her hustle. Baby, get it how you gonna get it, but don't act like you ain't come from the bottom too. And that's what bothers me even more about this situation with China, is because, sis, you knew how hard you had to fight to get there. You know exactly how much of the bottom of the barrel you had to scrape to be accepted, despite the fact that you had privilege on your side. Despite the fact that your mom had connections. You could pick up the phone and call Paris Hilton because your mom was rubbing and bumping elbows with the right people. You had an advantage and a head start, and you still had to steal to get there. Because you stole from Brandy and her mama. That's public record. So if you had all that privilege and all that access and you still had to steal to get to where you are, who are you to judge the next person for how they got to where they are? Who are you? You should have been supporting this girl and being like, listen, China, I understand what you're trying to do because I did it myself too. I came from nothing and I was looking for a name to run with. I was looking to move elbows in the right circles. I was looking to turn my life from a sex tape girl to a respectable member of society, to somebody's wife. I too went on that same path. What's the difference? What's the difference? Thank you so much, Yolanda. What's the difference? Honestly, what is the difference? Kim, you came from the same place China came from, baby. The same place. You just had a little bit more money and a little bit more access. So how dare you sit in your arrogant throne like you have arrived? Like we didn't see you and your sisters on TV on season 1 of the Kardashians looking like y'all just came from the strip club and looking greasy. Like literally, I wish y'all could go back to season 1 of the Kardashians and really watch the footage. They was looking real poor. Like they had a cute house or whatever, but it wasn't, their money wasn't running like that. Khloe had a double chin. Like they weren't all of that they are today. And that's not to be mean or to make it seem like they're not beautiful women, because they are. But I'm saying it in the with the intention of remember where you came from. Remember your humble beginnings. That's the way I'm trying to say it. Not that I'm judging them for their looks, because that's not a nice thing to do. But just remember where you came from. Like, remember where you came from. That's it. Give that girl the chance you got. You made mistakes. You married somebody and then divorced them 72 days later. You made mistakes. Plenty of them. You committed felony against Brandy. You had a failing store, Dash Dolls. You've committed many mistakes. So how dare you judge her for her mistakes and not give her a fair shake at the money? It's just the shade for me. It's the shade, it's the jealousy and the shade. She's not gonna do that because China is black. Man, I don't know if Kim don't know, but she got black daughters. Okay, her daddy is black, and if you count the old one drop rule, them black kids, like your father is black, and it was a black man who built your whole life for you. Kim was nothing more. I really wish you guys Google the Kardashians back before Kim met Kanye. Kim Kardashian used to do Charmin toilet tissue promo. She used to do burger commercials for like cheap burgers in Colorado. And she used to be in the video taking a bite of burger in a seductive manner, wearing like a bikini. She was not getting no kind of A-list press. She was getting influencer level 1. I mean, there are influencers today on YouTube who had better brand deals than Kim Kardashian on season 2 of Keeping Up with the Kardashians. And I'm talking influencers with like 25,000 subscribers who have better brand deals. They're getting Oil of Olay. They're getting deals with, Bobby Brown, multi-million-dollar makeup brands. Kim Kardashian wasn't getting any of that. Like, none of it. Like, none of it. There are influencers with 100,000 subscribers who had better brand deals than Kim. And she was on a nationally syndicated television show. The Perception, Carl's Jr. That's the one, CR. Boom. That is the one. That is the one. She was doing burger commercials. Literally. Like, let's not forget, Kim. Let's not forget the humility and where you came from. China made you hot. China made you a vixen. China made you not be a simple life. It made you a baddie. She made you a baddie because China had the Atlanta strip scene on lock. And Kanye made you a wife. He made you a lady. He made you a lady. He made you classy. He made you respectable. He put you in designer. Them designers wasn't trying to dress you for real back then. You were still shopping with Malika at Forever 21 probably. You only had your designer bags. You was shopping off the rack. You was in the Gucci store like the rest of us in the Gucci store buying off the rack. You was in the clearance rack on Saks and Neiman's, and you was buying like the rest of us. You was not getting, oh, this is what the collection looks like before it gets released to the public. Let me bring you in the back way. You wasn't getting off-hour shopping, private. You wasn't getting a personal assistant. You wasn't getting any of that, Kim. You was going in the store like the rest of us or buying secondhand off eBay. That's what you were doing. So don't get all holier than thou now. Yeah, yo, if you there was an episode of Keeping Up with the Kardashians where Malika and Chloe are at a restaurant, and literally I look at the screen and they are wearing something from Forever 21. I looked at Malika and I was like, "Oh, Malika, I got that same sweater in my mind." And I went in my closet and I was like, "Look, I got the same sweater as Malika. This is from Forever 21." It was a red sweater that had it was like a holiday sweater. It was red. It had like brooches on both sides of the shoulders. It was real cute, right from Forever 21. When Forever 21 used to be popping though, before they changed suppliers and now they sell cheap stuff now. But back in the day, my college days, Forever 21 was the Spiz Naive. They was like the baby Zara now, but not no more. But anywho, yeah, she was doing all of that. Come on. And now you want to act like you so above China and you want to do her dirty like that. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it. I think that they vultures, and I think they need a little bit of humility. And I hope and pray that China gives an opportunity to humble them and to let them know that you cannot stomp all over somebody and get away with it. If not for nothing else, I hope she wins for that. She was able to get on Vogue with Anna Wintour. Yeah, nobody wasn't messing with them like that. They was like, I mean, it's one thing to have money. It's a whole different thing to have influence. That's what people understand now. Influence is more important than money. If you have the ability to change somebody's mind or influence their decision making, that's real star power. Where I want to invite you because I want to be in a photo with you. Like I'm inviting you to my party because I want you in a photo with me. Or like they want to just be seen with you. That's influence. And that's valuable because that's how Anna Delvey. Remember the Anna Delvey story? I know y'all had to see it on Netflix. It's one of the most fascinating series I've ever watched. I must have watched it like 3 times through because I am obsessed with figuring out how people are able to manipulate people and like human behavior and how you can get so wrapped up in the facade of something that you can lose sight of what's right in front of you. And the same thing happened with the Tinder swindler. Like, it's like y'all are so blind to the evidence that's looking you dead in the face because you want to believe so much in the influence. All the Tinder swindler had to do was show them a few fake watches, a few nice cars, a few private jets, and they thought this man was a millionaire. When a simple Google search followed by a phone call to headquarters would have saved these women hundreds of thousands of dollars. But yet and still, he was able to manipulate them because people are deceived. The devil is the master of deception. When you're dealing with the devil, you just deceived. You deceived and you don't even want to believe the common sense that's looking you dead in the face. Same thing with Anna Delvey. And that's why I said she was a master manipulator. The girl was brilliant because she managed to make people pay for every single thing. She never had a dollar. For real. She even convinced a financial advisor of a major bank that she was wealthy when he is literally trained to decipher the validity of money. That's his actual job. So to me, that is where I say, like, at some point you got to take accountability for your own deception. Like, I mean, like, come on. The math don't math all the time. So when it comes down to Blac Chyna and the whole situation with the Kardashians, I hope she has her just due. I hope that she gets everything that she needs out of this case. The devil got a trap set, and we don't do our research. Yeah. I mean, you gotta do your research. A simple search would have been like, wait a second, the math don't math here. Like, I don't know about that. And you can save yourself a lot of heartache and pain when you do that. A lot of heartache and pain. So that is my daily wrap up on Chyna and Rob. I may be back later on tonight if more news breaks, more media drops. Of course, I'm going to be back on live giving you guys my 2 cents. Please remember to like this live on the way out if you are so inclined, because YouTube, I don't know how people be getting money on this. My channel got a lot of views and the math ain't mathing on that either. I don't know how these little CPMs, RPMs, and PMs run, but If you feel so inclined, please feel free to tip the host. You can cash at me. My cash app is on the screen. It's in my banner. It's $ Actually, it's Amira. Please feel free to cash at me if you want to tip the host. But as always, even if you don't tip me, I'll still be back because I love talking about this stuff and I love what I do. So don't forget to like the live on the way out. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe to my channel and turn your notification bell on so you do not miss a time when I go live. Talk to you guys next time. Bye.